Greetings, y'all. Greetings, greetings, greetings. How's everybody doing today? Hey, y'all, on the clock app, greetings. Y'all better get the likes up, share with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people. Okay? Hi, Danielle. Hi, Vivian. Hi, Des. Hi, Jax. Hi, Key. Hi, Lanika. Hi, Big Empress. Hello. I hope everyone is doing well today. Child. I did not plan to do this, but when you are tapped in with your spiritual team, my dear, and when you listen, they will change and rearrange some things on you, okay? Hi, Mama Taro. Hi, Pagan. Greetings. So, today, for those of you who are watching on the clock app, if you want to see this again for the replay, or you want to just come on over, I'm currently live on YouTube right now, okay? So you can, whatever you want to do, but you can catch the replay here on YouTube. Now, today, I decided, by way of divine intervention, to do this video, this live, to discuss 7 tips for spiritual entrepreneurs. Good God Almighty. The spiritual entrepreneur has a different set of challenges than a non-spiritual entrepreneur. There's a different set of challenges altogether, okay? And so I think that it is important to have a voice, a perspective on that specific nuanced experience, okay? And so this is some of the lessons, if you will, that I've learned since starting my spiritual business in 2020, actually. So I started in the midst of the pandemic. Okay? Well, right before the pandemic, I was already starting, but I really started in the midst of the pandemic. And now what y'all not finna do is judge me, because I will be eating my fruit. Now that's what y'all not gonna do. I will be eating my fruit. Okay, if this is terrorizing you, too bad. Okay. If that's gonna terrorize you, honey, find another live. So, let's go ahead and begin here. One of the first things that the first tip and or lesson that I learned was authenticity matters. A lot of times, especially by way of getting on social media, or however you encountered spirituality, it is always this pressure to present and to be a certain way. It's always a pressure to look a certain way, to have a certain aesthetic. Okay? And that aesthetic is normally based off of what is trendy, okay? What you've seen, what people are used to seeing. And sure, there's a marketing aspect to that. If I am someone who is offering, hey, how you doing? If I am someone that is offering Reiki services. Perhaps I should not present as if I'm a construction worker, honey, coming to you live from the incomplete building. You know, there is an element of that that you should resemble in some way what it is that you do. In some way, I think that that is a fair, you know, point to make. However, what I will say is because this is not a regular business, this is not something that's like a car, like a salesman, or you make these specific types of just clothing, or just like a regular product. There is a intentionality that's with that, right? Therefore, there must be an honesty that's with that. And because it's spirituality, um, they don't have a look. It doesn't have a look. It's not a specific way to appear spiritual. In fact, I find that a lot of people who look really spiritual, they're not. They're not. They get on with 87 hair wraps on, 265 beads on their necks. Okay, smoke everywhere, can't see lights, backdrops that's straight from Amazon tapestry with black and white moons and all types of stuff on it, and triangles and eyeballs and all types of everything. I'm also live on YouTube, by the way. Eyeballs and stuff in the background, 37 rings on, with and a overly elaborate facial jewelry. You know, it just is like this is, costume. It's costume. It is exactly, Jasmine. It's looking the part. The thing about it is, yeah, the YouTube live is always saved. It's always saved. The thing about it is, spirituality is in everything because the root of that is spirit. The spirit energy is in everything, in all things, in every type of a person. So there is not a way to truly look spiritual because your look doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And so a lot of us get held up from moving forward in our spirituality and our business because we don't have the aesthetic of some of the people you follow. You don't have the aesthetic of some of the people that you've seen. And so, hi Julius. So you're like, oh my gosh, look at me. I'm not like this. I'm not like that. I look like a regular person. I don't really have all of those things. The regular people, regular people are still spiritual. The people are drawn to your energy, not your aesthetic. The true people that need to be healed are drawn to your energy, not your aesthetic. You gotta be you. You have to be you. If you are the type of person that every day you are in joggers and sweats, you give a good streetwear look, and that's how you express yourself, then don't switch out of this for the shawls, the 87 head wraps, the 900 beads, the rings, and the smoke everywhere. Be who it is that you are because it is someone who can receive it better from you than the other people. because that aesthetic, that view, that expression resonates with them. It resonates with them on a deeper level. And so you try to switch it up, and in the words of the church, you would have lost that soul. You would have lost it. Come on, be who you are. Right. You would have lost that person because you are pretending. You are putting on a front, putting on a show. Mm-mm. It must be authentic. And within that authenticity, it's not just how you look, it's how you be. It's how you express. It must be authentic. People who have met me, who've seen me in spiritual spaces and know me from spiritual spaces, when they have met me, they were very pleased to know that I am the same person. I am the same person. I don't switch and change. This is not an act. I'm the same person. The way y'all see me hollering and falling out, I'm the same person. And that's what trips people up and disappoints people when they meet people they admire, people they look up to, their mentors, their teachers, is when they meet them and all this kind, loving peace and all that type of stuff is not truly how they be because it is inauthentic. You must be authentic. And people also appreciate your honesty. All this presenting, as if the universe is aligned 1,000,000,000% of the time for you at every moment, is not helpful because it is unrealistic. Now, that does not mean that you need to overshare and talk about your suffering and brokenness and broke downness. That's not that because also that's your business. But it is also important because in this authenticity, you authentically have challenges. And there are ways to speak about your challenges in a way that uplifts your consumer or your spiritual audience. It's important for you to tell your story and not act like you just incarnated on earth one day as this being of light. It's important because you represent a vision for somebody. You represent a future for somebody. What? This person has been through this and look at them now? What? I'm going through this right now and I don't see another side. The only way the caterpillar knows that it's supposed to be a butterfly is because the butterflies fly. The flying butterflies are an indication to the caterpillar as to what it will be or can be. So you must do that from my perspective. It's helpful. You don't know who you help, who you encourage, who you uplift when you share your story. As much of it as you feel the need to. All right? Authenticity matters. You must be authentic. If you are not, and if you are someone who lives for 4 hair wraps, 7, 8 necklaces, do that because it's authentic to you. When you see my aesthetic, this is how I express myself. I made this here. I put on Tubi, y'all can't fully see it, but on the clock app, y'all can see it better. I love doing floral arrangements. I love doing interior design. I love color palettes. I'm a photographer. I'm an artist. So of course it looks like this because that's me. For it to be like the moon phases in the back and purple lights and smoke, that's not me. Authenticity matters. Hi, Chandra. Hey, Iya. How you doing? This is me. This is who I am. This is not just a look. This is not a front. This is me. And it's amazing what happens when you bring yourself to the forefront. And if you don't want to do that, you got some spiritual works that you need to take care of, and some growing and some journey work that you need to do. Okay? Authenticity matters. First lesson. First tip. Okay? And also, not only that, y'all, people can feel when you're being inauthentic. People who are tapped in will feel when you're being inauthentic, and your things will start to fail. You will be discouraged by it because it doesn't feel good, because you're not being true to self. You're not being true to self. You're not. So that's one. Remember, authenticity matters. Put that in the comments. Authenticity matters. Or instead say this: I must be authentic. Type that in the comments. I must be authentic. And if you don't know how to authentically be you, then that's indication of work you need to do. And that's okay. That is okay. That's okay. But you got to do it, right? You can't show up to the spiritual space inauthentically, because the spirit will check you. The ancestors will check you. They will check you. And you be like, why is the things not? How about why are you not? Let's start there. Why are you not? Okay? So that's that. Our second point here is craft and skill. Craft and skill. I'm live on both, y'all. So if you go to the Tube of You, I'm live on there, and you could watch the replay on there as well. Okay? Craft and skill. Let's talk about this. In all that you do, especially coming from an entrepreneurial standpoint, especially when it comes to providing a service, you must have a hold on your craft, and you must have developed skill. You must develop skill. So your craft is what you do. Your skill is how well you do it. Okay? Your craft is what you do, and your skill is how well you do it. This is why we must resist trying to do things as fast as possible. We must resist trying to run and hurry up and get a title. We must resist that. We must resist trying to have this underneath your belt as fast as possible so that you can appear authentic. You must resist that. Because what it is that you do, you must be well versed on it. You must know the ins and outs. You must know the different derivatives, or you must know the different understandings. You must be well knowledgeable on your craft. You cannot tell me that you are a tarot reader. You cannot tell me that you're a tarot reader, and I ask you what the cups represent, and you don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You're a tarot reader. Why don't you know what the wands, the swords, the cups, and the pentacles, why don't you know what those suits represent? That's a problem. Perhaps you need to go back and do some more studying. Okay? I get concerned when I see people charging people for services in a craft that they are not knowledgeable about. Or even the numerology, absolutely. That they are not knowledgeable about. That's a concern for me. It's a concern for me because, one, you are putting yourself and the client at risk. Because again, this is not a regular schmegular type of a business. You are connecting to spiritual energy. You are connecting to people's fields, their guides, the pain, honey, all types of things, whatever you do. If you are a medicine woman, a medicine person, okay, a herbalist, if you don't know, if I pull up these herbs here and I say, honey, what herbs do I need for inflammation? And you're telling me you're a herbalist, and you don't know that information. Or you giving me this list of herbs to take, and I ask you, will this affect my diabetes? And you say, I don't know. You're an herbalist. You're an herbalist. Thank you, Collectively Different. Thank you. You're an herbalist. You must be well versed on what it is what your craft is. And once you are become well versed in it, you are knowledgeable, you understand the history, you understand the application, you understand the facts, you understand the expression. Then you can work on the skill, which the skill is how well you do it, meaning that is application. If you are someone that is a reader, for example, you need to practice and build up your skill. Skill is built. I had never done readings on live before when I first started. And I was like, ooh, child, how do I connect with this energy? They're not in person. It's a username. It's so many people. Like, how do I know I'm gonna connect to the right person? Like, how do I do that? And so when I started, I was doing free readings because I needed to get skilled in being able to connect this kind of way. I didn't come out the gate saying $15 for the reading, $20 for a reading, even $5. I didn't come out the gate with that. I said, let me build up some skill with this before I start being like trying to charge people, and the children are like, everybody else in the comment is like, that's me and not the person that I'm reading. You have to build up skill. Even if it comes to you creating products. If you ain't build up a skill set with your soaps or your medicines, honey, with your tinctures, and you ain't mastered that, why are you gonna give people a faulty product? Cause you just you on it right now. You No. Skill. Same thing for the children that do workings for people. One, if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not clear on the craft in and of itself, you don't know the history, you don't know the different elements to it, this is not for play. And that's one of the things that I need to, let me go ahead and speak this. The individuals who you see on the lives, on the IG, on all the different things here, that is playing the folks because they've hopped on a spirituality trend and they're trying to just conquer and grab up the coin. You can bet within 2 years or so, it's all gonna crumble. And this is not a curse. This is true. It's gonna crumble. They're going to be exposed because you cannot have this much of a reach and this much of an influence and be playing and manipulating the children. That comes from the spirit downloaded to me to tell you. So, watch. Because the people think that just because they've been getting by, that they get away. That's not how that works. There are people who sit up here and try to play the folks, say they're doing all this work and this stuff for them, and they're not doing any of it. One, this is someone that really needed help. And you are electing to just chase a check, chase a bag, play off of this person's thing as a con artist would. It's gonna crumble. I've had several clients come to me because of individuals like that. So, don't do something that you don't know how to do. Don't do something that you have not developed skill with. Don't try to charge people and engage in that energetic financial exchange with someone, knowing that your skill level is low. You gotta work on that. You got to. That's why this is not a race. This is not one being swift. It's not one being swift. It's one being integral. It's one being consistent. Skill. Craft and skill. No craft and develop and build skill with whatever you do. Okay? People seek healers and spiritual workers in their times of true need and vulnerability. And they do, absolutely. So sad when people get hurt when they're seeking help. Absolutely. And the people think it's okay because they're racking up money. Do you understand that the spirit, that the universe, that the cosmic mother don't give a flying about man-made currency? One check that don't bounce is karma. And you can bet that. Now, third point. Third tip, y'all. You got to build a platform. You got to build a platform. Your platform could be in your community. It could be online. I'll answer those questions right at the end. Stick around. Your platform could be online. And most of us nowadays in this world, in this time, a lot of our works and things happen online. You have to build a platform. It doesn't truly matter if you can make all of these soaps, baby, do all of these things if you don't have anyone to do it to. You got to have people to do it too, which means you have to be visible. This is a marketing thing. You got to be visible. Got to be visible. If you're not visible, how's people supposed to know you have products? If you don't make videos talking about the area of your expertise, how are people going to know that you do it? This is called being practical about your purpose. We be hopping up, quitting jobs. Oh, I forgot to change it. Building a platform. We be hopping up, changing, quitting jobs, and have no clientele because you do not have a platform. And then you'd be like, the spirit led me to do this, and now I've been led astray. No, you were trying to move quickly. You must be practical about your purpose. There's a practical way of going about your purpose. Now, you do have those instances where people be like, I'm dropping everything and I'm just going at. You do have that. And that is a thing. And there are times where that is successful. But more often than not, you must devise a plan and you must be practical about your purpose. It's building a platform. A part of building a platform is being visible. That's the third thing. Okay? So, that being said, talk about what you do. Tell people. Don't stop trying to have a successful business, but you practice in the closet. How's people supposed to know? How are people supposed to know that you sell products, that you do coaching, that you do healing, that you do all of this stuff? How's people supposed to know this if you never talk about it? A lot of this is because of fear, okay? You know, because you really have to go for it. Yes, you do. But that is work that you need to unpack because that fear energy, that hesitancy is attached to your business that you're constantly doing the road openers and the financial increases and all that for. But that is High Universal Lighthouse. That hesitancy and that fear is attached to your success. That is the blockage. Energetically. So you must build a platform. As a part of building a platform, look at how the previous works. Authenticity. building your platform based off of your authentic self. Craft and skill. You would know the videos to make if you know what you do. Craft. People will be interested in booking you if they see your skill. If they see that you're good at what you do. Okay? In which case, you have a foundation for your what? Platform. Authentic self, craft, skill. It works hand in hand. So build your platform. Now, when you're building your platform, one, when it comes to a name, making a username, a name for your business or whatever, let's have it be something that people can remember. Cosmic Creature 76295 to the 10th power, Most High, Leo, Aries. The people's not going to be able to remember all that. The people's is not going to be able to remember all these underscores and dots and exclamation points. The people's not going to be able to remember all that. When they see your username, they should know who it is. It has to have readability and understandability. And your platform, and this is another thing. When they go to your platform, it should also be clear who you are and what you do. If I go to your platform and you're trying to tell me that you are, or your business, your platform for your business is that you are, say, a Reiki practitioner, or if you are a health coach and you're here to teach about herbs, you want people to buy your herbs and your tinctures and your detoxes. But I'm scrolling and every video is you doing a TikTok dance challenge. There's a problem here. One, I'm confused. That's the first thing. I don't know what I'm looking at. First of all, I'm confused. I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm looking at. All right? It's not adding up. Not if you're trying to establish yourself as a business or a brand. It's not adding up. And it don't mean that you can't have fun things on there. Absolutely. But you need to joke on topic. You need to have fun on topic. To what your brand and or platform is about. And that depends on how you set it up. If your platform says Samantha's Secrets to Healing. Samantha's Secrets to Healing. Okay. Got it. This is what I need to be seeing, is secrets to healing and tips on that. If your platform is, however, Samantha Smith, oh, well then I'm expecting whatever Samantha Smith has. See, my platform is Darcell Andre. That's me. That's my name and that's my platform. And so because that's my name and that's my platform, everything I do is on brand because it's me. I have creative sides, we have all of that, but I also make that known. But the point is, your page, your platform needs to reflect and look like what it is that you do. Your bio don't need to be these depressing MySpace statuses. The chosen one, it's the chosen 127. Many are called, few are chosen. Who are you? What do you do? What should I expect from you? Always blessed, never stressed. All praises to the Most High. What do you do? The haters out there lurking, but I'm not though. While they lurking, I'm working. It's just like I be on the phone like, okay, girl. That's good to know. While they work lurking, you working. Good job, very good. But what am I on here for? Right, or a scripture. It's like, what am I on here for? What is the people supposed to see? And your username and your bio and your page need to max. Sweet Skittles 27. Then your bio is saying Reiki practitioner. Then your page is you twerking. What? The math ain't mathin'. Build consistency within your platform. Oh, the devil is busy. Hold on. Okay. Now look at y'all. Now look, y'all run look at your post. Am I on here twerking? Yes. Not if you trying to build a business. Mm-mm. Unless your name is called the Spiritual Shaker, Spiritual Salt Shakers, twerking for to free up energy in the body. That's the only reason why I need to see you on there twerking. Okay. Again, I am watching. I am also live on YouTube. Excuse me. I'm live on YouTube. So if you want to go here and watch it, or you want to catch the playback, you will be able to do that. So build your platform. This next tip, we're on 4. And ain't nothing wrong with twerking. However, if I'm coming here to get spiritual help, I don't need to see you throwing it around in a circle. Spiritual shaker. Ha! Hey, what? Wicked? What up? What? Okay, that's what you want to be? Then that's it. But I should see you on, if that's you, a spiritual shaker, while you're throwing it around in a circle, I need to see affirmations on the cheeks. I need to see affirmations on the cheeks. Again, on topic. On the cheeks. Why I'm going like this? I should be saying, I am worthy. I love myself. Okay. We do. All right. Let's see, I'm my authentic self, honey. I'm my authentic self. Okay. This how I be in real life. All right. The next topic here is integrity is everything. Okay? I'm gonna stress this again. Integrity is everything. I'm going to tell you right now. I touched on it a little bit earlier. Your integrity, I-N-T, is also, I-N-T-E, is also the starting of intention in spelling. Your integrity is what is going to make you or break you. Prime example. For the readers, okay? For the readers, for the practitioners. As someone who is a holistic and esoteric teacher, the wellness, the betterment of the client is first, which means that's first over how much money I make from them. It's first over the funds. What do I mean by that? I'm not going to let you book 8 readings with me in a week. I'm not going to let you book 8 sessions with me in a week. I'm not going to do that because that is outrageous. Because I know that you are in a panic and this is not helpful for you. But the people who operate outside of integrity will be like, "Ooh, now I charge $80 a session. Hold up, 80? And she booked me 8 times this week. I done made $640 off this person." You are carnal. Honey, the church would say, you are in the flesh. Because everything in you, from your spiritual sense, would tell you, no ma'am. Hi, Kaylee. How are you doing? Yes, honey. I'm not finna see you 8 times this week. No, ma'am. Because that's out of order. I'm about to refund 7 of these today. In fact, I just gave you a reading last week, sister. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm refunding you for your sessions. You need to sit with and learn. Ain't even been 3 to 4 business days since the last session. You haven't even had time to apply what has been said. So what I'm not going to do is play off of you. And I know that this is not well. And you are not well. So no, ma'am. I'm refunding you for all 8 of them sessions because we just had a session last week and you need to apply what it was that I gave you to do last week. I love you much. Bye-bye. Do. The other thing, the greed will corrupt you and get you caught up. Because you have people like that. You have people who are just book, and pay you, call you to read on everything. But the thing is, your goal, your purpose here is for the uplifting and the betterment of the people. This is not bettering her or them. This is not bettering them. This is bettering your pocketbooks. Therefore, knowing that people are in desperation, you know that they are. So don't you dare sit there and take advantage. You know what? Do take advantage because you're going to be one of the ones that crumble. You know what? Scratch that. Don't worry about it. Never mind. Do it. Or you're going to be one of the ones that crumble and fall out. Go do it. But there has to be integrity. Your integrity is the deciding factor for your progress. Also, integrity like this. Someone book a session. 5 minutes into the session, you like, oh, this is above me. This is above me. Baby, I can't help you with this. This is I'm here. This is here. I have to wait a minute. This is not I can't help you with this. But guess what? I know somebody who can. EI, honey, I need to send somebody to you. Baba, I need to send somebody to you. Jay, I need to send somebody to you. Keisha, girl, I have sent somebody to you. Corey, I got to send somebody to you. This, it's above you. How do you know if they need deeper sessions? You will know. Your spirit will tell you. Your spirit will tell you. You will hear it and you will know that this is like, girl, you need something else here. And I'm not just going to I'm not going to just tell you, I'm not going to do a little candle work, girl, knowing that you need a whole divination, girl. There's some sacrifices. It's a whole bunch of things need to happen. And be a person of integrity. And be willing to admit when things are out of your scope of practice. This is out of my scope of practice. I'm not going to do, I'm going to be a prudent spiritualist. Y'all thought it was a stack of cash. No. Prudent. I'm not going to step outside of my scope of practice for some change. Because it's not my scope of practice. If I'm going to turn it down, or I'm going to turn it down, or I'm going to refer you to somebody that can help you. Because that is the super objective, is it not? The super objective is to help the people. That's the super objective. Okay? Yes, it is, Shaggy. So so integrity is everything. Know your scope of practice. Don't try to be doing stuff that you can't do. And you know you can't do it. But you're just here to take up the coin and the money. Okay. And when the spirits come and terrorize you for the next 6 years, you remember that the coin was more important than the benefit of the client. Okay? 2 more. 3 more, sorry. 5th tip. Document everything. That's okay, Shaggy. Thank you. Document everything. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Have your paperwork and have your business in order. Because when you are exchanging money with people, we step into the legal realm. So you need to have your documentation in order. When you have your schedules and they book you for your sessions, and you need to make sure that you specify clearly what they will be getting and what this session is about. And I highly advise that you record the sessions. Don't have to be posted nowhere. In fact, it's easier. You can record the session and send it to somebody. Send it to them after. I advise you to record the session. This is why I've gotten on sessions and the people were horrible. Horrible. Resistant to everything that I was saying. Unwilling to hear it. Argumentative. To where I had to be like, this session's over. We have come to the end of this session. And they're not going to get a refund. Doot, doot, doot. And if they decided to slide up there on their page or on the tube of you and be like, my horrible experience with Darcell Andre, terrible. Everything he said was a lie. Or he was so mean to me. I mean, it's the amount of trauma and abuse that he gave me in that. Oh, I did? Let me upload the clip. Let me upload the clip. Because the people will try to play you. Let me upload the clip. And you want to document things because clarity is everything, because this is business. It is still business. Your transactions need to be documented. You need to have some way to track your funds. Some way of keeping a record. Because there's people who say, I've had one person say, try to dispute a claim saying that we didn't even meet. Oh, we didn't? It's crazy because the session was booked and I have a clip of the session. People will do that. Document. Have your paperwork in order. Have your things in order. If you're functioning as a business, I understand that spiritual businesses can have a home type feel, you know, a local, like cool, you know, real homey type feel. This is business. You got to document it. You need to have an LLC. You need to have your business established. Do it right. That don't mean you can't do stuff before you get your LLC. Perhaps you're trying to build up money to get your LLC. In the meantime, document. Document the transactions. Document this. Document what's happening. Document. You can do that on Zoom. You can Zoom record it. Honey, you can record with another phone. Document. You want to document your things. You want to have your documentation in order because people are crazy. And this is business. Okay? It's business. Even though we have the spiritual side, this is business. You have money involved and people be... And also, if you're someone that ships products. I had someone message me and say, my product wasn't, that it says it was delivered, but my product didn't make it to me. Can you can you tell me what the problem is? Well, you know, once you know the package is sent off, you have a tracking number, and your tracking number is indicating where it's at. It went from city to city to city. If you think it's me, it's not me carrying it. That means that it's the post office. And this person tried to get a little hostile, almost like I was trying to scam them. What? How was I trying to scam you? I sent it. What you think? Me and the USPS is in cahoots for this $20 oil that you purchased, girl? I don't think we not in cahoots, girl. And so when you have the things documented and you just not taking DMs, you have a site established with the address that they put in and all that, you have that stuff established, then the email back went like this. I screenshotted the tracking. I screenshotted the address in the form that she submitted. And I said, is this your correct address? Come to find out, sister woman had put in the wrong address. And that's what the problem was. I'm in a session. Oh. Thank you. Put in the wrong address. Okay? And so because she put in the wrong address, that's why she didn't get her stuff. Didn't have nothing to do with me. But if I did not have that documentation, then it leaves too much stuff up for debate, conversation, argument, all this type of stuff. Okay? So you want to make sure you got your stuff together because the people try to play you. Okay? Have your stuff documented. We're approaching the end here. We have 2 more. This is number 6. All right? This is number 6. Success and comparison. Stop comparing your products or your abilities and how the things show up for you to other people. Stop. Comparison will ruin you. Comparison will cause you to eradicate confidence. Comparison will cause you to become paralyzed and not move forward with it. Cut the comparison. You don't want to start this business because there's so many businesses like this. Okay, but your spirit team told you to start this. Your spirit team told you to start this. Stop trying to compare yourself to other people and then using that as a reason to not do what it is you're supposed to do. Stop that. You do what you do. They do what they do. I had trouble with this because there was people that I would see doing readings, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't read like that. Honey, they calling out lotto numbers, girl, dates, and all types of stuff. I'm like, I don't read like that. I don't. I don't read like that. And so I thought, well, I'm trash. So I said, I don't have them type of superpowers, girl. I'm trash. Trash. I said, I'm trash. I don't have them abilities like that. These people sitting here flying, sending foil across the room with their hands like this, honey. I can't do none of that. I don't have no telekinesis. Mediumship wise, I don't be going in the spirit and pulling folks out the afterlife to have conversations and come. It don't work like that for me. I I don't do that. Oh God, I'm not gonna do it. Are you kidding me? Comparison will kill you. It'll ruin everything because the people that you are supposed to reach need what you got. The people you are supposed to read or you're supposed to help need what you have. They don't need this person's reading. They need yours. They don't need this person's uh, uh, energy healing session. They need yours. They don't need this person's candle, this person's soap. They need yours. They need yours. Why? Because their spirit team led them to you. Didn't lead them to those other people. And then this is something else. A lot of people look at my setup and look at my things, and they're like, "Oh, I don't have that. All that stuff looks." Y'all have no clue how long it took me to get to this point. Y'all have no clue that I have been literally since I was 12 years old. 12 years old. I have been getting a little camera. I had a little cute webcam, honey. And I built up. This is because I'm a photographer. This is why I have all this stuff here. But even then, it took me years to build this stuff up because things cost money. My cameras cost money. My computer, my lights, this stuff costs money. I don't know what the children think, but it takes time to build up. So release the thinking that you gotta be the utmost production, have every single thing in the world perfect before you do what you need to do. Release that thinking. Release that thinking, because that's not true. There are people who sat here with their phone, honey, like this, and made millions. Separate from the financial aspect, you're going to let you not having HD cameras and the nicest cards and everything prevent you from your divine assignment? Now, when you transition and cross over to the spirit, I want to know what the spirit has to say about that. You know, spirit, I know that you was giving me all these messages that could have saved all these lives and changed the direction, the course, and path of everyone else. You know, and help the world and help uplift my community. But like, I didn't really have the camera I wanted. You know, I didn't really have my lighting. So, wait, let me understand this. You have the ability to change people's lives, help them, pull them out of dark places. We sent you people who was on the brinks of unaliving themselves. We sent you people who were in abusive relationship that just needed some guidance. We sent you people that were going through what you had been through and made it out of. But you sit here and you say, because you didn't have the nicest lighting equipment, because you didn't have the newest cards, because you didn't have all the necklaces and the crystals and the stuff, that you neglected to do that? You tell me how that conversation is going to go. You tell me how that conversation is going to go. You are being A blockage. You're being a blockage in divinity because you are concerned with an aesthetic. You don't want to help the people. You didn't do it. You're not doing this because I don't have everything. I don't have the money, have everything. You have you. You are the gift. Not the lighting, not the walls, not the crystals, not the cards. It's you. You are the gift. You are the vessel. Don't be foolish like that. Hey, love, did you get my info? I don't know. Did you DM'd it to me on here? And that's probably the problem. Let me write down a note to go check. I made note of it, boo. And I'll message you, Gullah. But yes, y'all. You have to work with what you have exactly. You have to work with what you have. And guess what? Right now, where you are, with what you have enough. Right now, where you are, with what you have enough. Right now, with where you are, what you have enough to do what you're called to do. Would you tell someone who is a drug addict, if they're like, I will get off drugs, but until I can find a state-of-the-art drug rehab facility, honey, with a beach side, with all the fixings, and I think in California, something like that, I'm not going to put the drugs down. What you going to say? I understand. I get it. I get it. Don't worry about it. So just hold on, keep doing the drugs, honey, until we can find you the state-of-the-art place. Are you crazy? You will say, if you don't put that motherfucker drugs down right now, that's what we sound like. So you're not going to get off the drugs because you can't find a state-of-the-art place? So you're just going to keep... Nuts. Head full of rocks, y'all. Stop thinking you need all of this stuff. You just need you. You are enough. You don't need all the fixings. The first thing we talked about is authenticity. And the people getting on there with 7 million hair wraps on, 642 necklaces, 327 rings. All types of lights and sparkly smoke and everything going on here. With markings and stuff all on their face, honey. And don't have no power or oil. You right now as you are enough. What you offer right now is enough. Cut the comparison. And success is relative. Stop thinking that, let me tell you something. This year is my first full year of entrepreneurship. My first full year where I wasn't working any other. This is my first year not working any other job. Last year, I was working up until April, May. Yeah. So this is my first full year. Stop thinking you're going to sell 1 million soaps in a week, in your first week. Make the things realistic. It's a building. Now there's a possibility, honey. Stranger things have happened. But it's a building. Success. One success is that you got your business plan together. That's successful. You know what you want to do. That's success. You are clear on the type of services you want to offer. That's success. You enroll to get the certifications to do the services that you want to offer. That's success. It's relative. I only have one client this week. That's one more than you had last week. Man, I only got, it's not moving fast enough for me. Why are you trying to move fast? Google, $1 trillion company, started in a shed. Could you imagine the owner of Google being like, all I got is this shed? I'm not going to try anything with these computers. All I got is a shed. Not knowing that that would become Google. But you looking at what you have right now in your beginning phases, and it's upset that it doesn't look like your ending phases. That's like a baby being born full grown. It would kill the mother and itself. The baby is developed, starts small, grows, is born, and then the baby is nurtured and taken care of and raised and taught for years until it can be dependent upon itself. It has to grow. Nothing good has come from children having to grow up early. Nothing good. It's a process. It is a process. And the last thing, y'all, and I'm going to go ahead and go on this. Health is wealth. Health is wealth. Because we are in a spiritual business. Thank you for subscribing, honey. Thank you. Because we're in a spiritual business, we have to understand something clearly. It requires a different set of energy and awareness than a regular situation would. You have the entrepreneurial stress that comes with it being a business. And on top of the entrepreneur financial regular schmegular stress, you have spiritual stress. For those that are readers or seers or practitioners who work in tandem with people, you run the risk of coming up against energies that are draining. You run the risk of dealing with a lot of spiritual issues. Hi, Syncretic. Greetings. How are you today? You run up against a lot. And you got to make sure that you take care of yourself. Unfortunately, you can't really the real folks can't really treat this like a 9-to-5, especially if you're tapping into people's energy all day. I couldn't imagine trying to tap into people's energy from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Just in constant, different people. You're going to be drained. Not well. I thought I could do it. I said, oh, I could take 8 clients a day. I look at the time and I said, wait a minute. By the second one, I said, ooh, child, I need to take a nap. No. And another part of the health of it all is detaching yourself from the outcomes. Detaching yourself from the outcomes. Just because you could have read all of the universe down. You could have called for the ancestors, this person's ancestors could have came forth, honey, cosmic beings, or all types of energies that support this come forth with confirmation after confirmation. all types of everything. And it's just like they sit there crying, weeping. This is exactly what I needed. And they would get off of there and go back to doing what they're doing the very next day. And you like, but I just called the entire spirit world for it. And we unpacked and uncovered, and they will go right back. You could do a session with somebody and tell them, if you stay with this person is going to take you out of this life. And they'll be like, but like when you say that, like, what does that mean? Girl, unalive you. But like, what can I do to like stop that? Like, because I want to be with. Okay, you know what? Don't even worry about it. You know what? I was wrong. Just go. I was wrong. I was wrong. Don't even worry about it. I was wrong. Just go. Go. I was wrong. It's me. It's me that's wrong. It's me that's foolish. My head's full of rocks. Me. If you stay with this person, it's going to be horrible. Then they book another session with you 3 months later because it all went down. And working with people, you're going to run across some very intense situations. People desperate, they're destitute, all of this. You have to know, just like when I talked about the ancestors, and you open the door, you must know how to close it. You must do that emotionally as well. You must practice and build that skill, because you will be worried and all you. Mm-mm. And so closing the door matters. Okay? That matters. Making sure that you are not so consumed in this. That's like with that. What's that what we was talking about? Oh, the reading. You know, the reading, that movie with Monique. I said, now wait a minute. Sister Woman's doing readings, but she got to have an EKG on, a blood pressure cup, her oxygen got to be checked. I'm like, girl. If you have to do all that, find a new profession. You don't need to be doing this like that. Sister girl had oxygen. Girl, put the oxygen on. Oxygen. EKGs on the chest. Blood pressure cup. I'm like, it turned out to be all of this. Had to sleep for 30 days, girl. Like, what is, like, we don't, all this stuff here, okay, we just don't need to do all, it should not be all of that. Health is wealth. This stuff should not be hurting you. Syncretic. I guess so. I'm just going to say, this stuff should not be hurting you. You got to know how to detach. You have to know how to do that. You have to know how to separate, and you have to make sure that you cleanse yourself and you take care of your energy and your body. Some of us are clairsentient or clairempathic, where you are literally getting the physical sensation. The physical sensations of these people and what it is that they're feeling, they're experiencing of illnesses in their body. I always talk about this when I was doing a reading right on live. It's just general reading, honey. And it was like, I have an intense migraine. I'm like, what the heck is this about? Like blurry vision. And they dropped to me, their life was ended with a gunshot to the head. And I asked her, who had the head injury? She said, my son was shot. And that's it in the head. And that's what you're feeling. Guess what I had to do? After that session, I tell my spirit guide, let me tell you something. Show me an image. Don't be making me feel that I don't have headaches. So to have a migraine, don't be making me feel that. That doesn't work for me. I need a visualization. Give me a visualization. Don't give me that. It's cool to know that that is something I can do, but I don't want that. I don't want to be sitting up here and somebody's getting ready to have a heart attack and my chest start clamping up and I tell them they need to get to the hospital. I don't want that. I don't want to be sitting up here and getting sharp pains in my sides and in my back because this person here got kidney issues. Go forth to your spirit team and say, change it. But you have to be well. Take care of yourself. Take care of your physical vessel as well. Right, Syncretic. Take care of your physical vessel as well. You trying to channel, but your vessel is sick. You trying to channel, but your vessel is sick. You are not in shape. You are not healthy. You sitting up here, you're in pain. Your vessel has to be well. How are you going to tell somebody about what they need to do to get their lives together and you going to fall out any minute? And don't think just because you're a thin person that you are healthy. No. Body shape and size don't have nothing to do with that. You will go, there'll be people who is full figure, honey, and more healthier than someone who is smaller and thin and societally acceptable. You gotta make sure that your vessel is healthy. Are you eating right? Are you doing your green juices? If you're going to be a holistic practitioner, holistic is the spirit, the mind, and the body. Right, Lenora? Right, Syncretic? Right, Pagan? It's the mind has to, and the mind is another thing. Your mind has to be well, or you will get caught up in psychosis. If you know that the triggers haven't been disabled yet, if you know that you struggle with certain things as it pertains to mental wellness, you need to make sure that you have the support that you need. And you need to get you're going to have to work on that. You're going to have to go to therapy. You're going to have to do your own journey work to make sure that that stuff is together. Because you go in there with a client and your session's about you. If your mind is not well, your visualizations are not about them. It's you. So you have to get that together. Every teacher has a teacher. Isaac, the mind is to the soul as the brain is to the body. Oh, Isaac. That's good, Isaac. That's good. The mind is to the soul as the brain is to the body. Isaac. Isaac, I'm going to have to steal that, Isaac. I will give you credit, but I'm going to have to steal that. The truth. Your mind has to be well. Because, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to go. The practitioners that get up on here the practitioners that get up on here cussing you out, hollering and screaming at you, they're not well. Or they're not really tapped in as they should be. And I mean it. They get up on here and they are verbally abusive. Not well. They have a lot of shadow/journey work to do. They are not well. How do I know? As a practitioner, what sense does this make, y'all? I need y'all to understand this and hear me. Trauma typically leads people to spirituality. Trauma typically is the thing that makes them go searching for healing. You have to be hurt to be healed. Okay? If these people have been abused emotionally, mentally, physically, or verbally, and they come to you and the first thing you say is, you must be mother crazy. You doing some stupid out here in these mother da 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 blah, 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 blah. And they sit there and they're like, yeah, you're right. You a real one. No. They're comfortable with you because this is abuse that they are familiar with. This is a trauma kink. And so they don't grow. They don't grow because they just have shifted into the hands of a spiritual abuser. You sitting up here hollering at the people, pointing, being cutthroat, masking it under being real. No, it's abusive. If you go to a practitioner, and this has nothing to do, and this is another thing, this has nothing to do with respectability politics. It has nothing to do with respectability politics. It has everything to do with being a holistic wellness practitioner. It has everything to do with helping people get out of the cycles. It don't have nothing to do with this being respectful. You got to present a certain way. We already talked about this with authenticity. It has everything to do with saying what was it? What did Yana say? Hold on. My camera shifted. Hold on, y'all. Hold up. Hold on. The camera didn't want me to be great. It has nothing to do with your delivery diminishes your message. Because your delivery is triggering and traumatizing them. Your delivery is diminishing your message. Your delivery is destroying your message. Your delivery is humiliating your client. The people should leave their experience and their time with you better than they came. They should leave the experience with you in a high energy and a high frequency. They should be hopeful and not silenced. They shouldn't be getting off crying and talking about how stupid they are and now needing to get under you. Should not. Health is wealth. Make sure you are well in the mind, in the body, and in the spirit. Make sure you are not angry at God, angry at the universe, angry at the ancestors, and trying to connect people to theirs. Has to be well. You have to be well. And if you are not well, find something else to do until you get well, and then return. But it lacks integrity for you to show up unwell trying to heal. All right? Yes, this is on my YT. So you can watch the playback on my YouTube. It's Darcell Andre on YouTube. Okay? I love each and every one of you from a light-filled place. Go ahead and take these tips. Rewatch it. Share it with people that need to hear it. Use it as a reminder for yourself. Go forth and conquer. Return to yourself, to your community, to the spirit, a harvest. I love y'all. Peace, everybody. Peace.